Hey guys, it's Simblr and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another speed build for you guys. It's going to be like a new series. I was just going to make it through the month of October since I'm just going to be rebuilding Midnight Hollow, I believe is the name of the town, probably, maybe, neighborhood, whatever. But the build took a little longer than I expected, so I'm going to have to cut it into two parts. This part is just the exterior, and then the next part will be the interior, and the other builds I have planned are about the same size, so unfortunately each of them will have to be cut into two parts, and if I wanted to finish it in the month of October, I'd have to do two parts of the series in a week, and I don't want to do that. Even though I am this time. Yeah, the second part will be going up Sunday, so, I'll probably end up doing that anyway, but, I really don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it in the month of October, because I have a lot of other videos planned for October, so, yeah. I did forget to upload the show, because I was originally just gonna have it in one video, but after putting it in my editing program and everything, it ended up being about an hour long, so with it sped up enough so that it's not too fast for you guys, it ended up being about an hour long, because the build took between 3 and 4 hours to complete, and most of that was just the exterior, honestly. So yeah, here I am just trying to figure out what I want to do with the exterior, because I was trying to figure out some windows and stuff, but I didn't want to use the windows that came with the vampire stuff. I didn't want to use the windows that came with the base game or anything, and then trying to match some of the window colors together, it just didn't work, because, the colors don't match. So, unfortunately, that took a while. I did something a little bit different on this one, because I did find a picture on Google. I just looked up, like, little haunted house figurines, like you set out during Halloween and stuff. So I just looked up a few of those that I like the design of, and that's what I'm going to be putting into this town. So there's no coffins or anything in this, and I didn't add a basement, so it's not necessarily a vampire house. And if you do want vampires to live in it, then you'll have to add in coffins, because I didn't put in any coffins, and I didn't leave room for coffins. And I don't actually think I left room for a basement, so you may have to build like a little house outside or something that leads to a basement or something. That might be kind of cool if you can find the room for it, but yeah. So yeah, this is the first floor, and I did map out the floor plan and everything, but what I did with this one is I just first built the outside shape based on the picture, because that's all I had was just a 360 view of little houses. And if I can remember, I will add a link in the description to the one I used to model this house after. But yeah, it took me a while to figure out the floor plan, because usually I just like to look up a floor plan and go with that, and then guess the exterior. But in this one I did a little bit differently. I did the exterior first and then guessed the interior. So the floor plan may be a little wonky, because I'm not really great with coming up with my own floor plan usually. So unfortunately that happened. Here I am messing with the windows again. It took me a while to figure out the windows. Like, that's probably what half this video is just figuring out the windows. So I probably could have cut that little bit out, but it is what it is, I guess. But I did forget to upload the shell to my gallery, because like I said, I was just going to put it all in one video. So I just have the full build in my gallery, so you guys can download that if you want to. It is called Nightshade Manor, and the full build is 143,401 simoleons. So, it's kind of on the expensive side, but not like too expensive. It's not like over 200,000, I guess. So if you have Sim family that you've been playing for a while, they could probably definitely afford it. But it's on a 30 by 20 lot. It's in one of the first lots in Midnight Hollow. It's on, I believe it's on the left side. I don't actually remember which one, honestly. But whenever I finish the entire world, I'm thinking I'm going to do the same thing I want to do with Newcrest, and just do a little tour of the town once all of that is done. And here I am just figuring out the second floor plan, because the photo I found, it only had 2 floors, but I couldn't fit a master bedroom on that floor, because I couldn't fit 3 bedrooms on it. So I ended up just building a 3rd floor and then putting the master bedroom up there. So yeah, that's what this top floor is. Yeah, so here I am just trying to figure it out, because if I put the bathroom all the way over there where I'm trying to put it right now, it was too big. And if I moved it over, then it had this weird empty wall there, and then the master bedroom was too small. So yeah, I just ended up making a really big bathroom, and it works out. It's fine. So I like it, and I do really like the way the house turned out. So that's good. And I did add in a lot of cracks and stuff. So that's probably what took most of the 3 hours to build this, is just adding in all the wall details and everything, because I added the cracks and the tears and everything, and I added some cobwebs and stuff, and also added them to the exterior, but I didn't add them to the exterior until later on in the build, so that'll be in the second part that you see that. But yeah, here I am messing with the windows again, because I hated the windows I was finding, and I didn't know what to do with them. So, I think I ended up just going with these windows, honestly, because they match the smaller version, and I needed a smaller version for some parts of the house. So, that's what I ended up doing, I'm pretty sure. And then now I'm just working on the roof. The roof was actually pretty easy for this build. It wasn't too complicated, so, that's always good. And I just put that little thing there because I never actually use roof decorations, so, I thought this house would be perfect for that. So that's what I decided to do. And I did add some more roof decorations like I did for my last build I did for, what is this place called? Midnight Hollow, probably? I don't know. I kept wanting to call it, whatever the one in The Sims 3 is called. I don't actually remember. I'll have to look it up later. But, yeah. I just keep thinking it's whatever that one is. I don't even remember what it's called. Is that one Midnight Hollow? I don't even remember. But yeah. So hopefully I'm getting the name of the town right. But you know what it is. It's the vampire town. So it is what it is. And yeah, here I'm just messing with the roof. And I like when you build houses and the roof is really easy to construct, because I hate spending hours trying to figure out the roof, and it drives me crazy. On this one, it was a little different because it took me hours to figure out the windows, so that's always good. But there will be pictures of the exterior at the end of the video. I'm not going to put pictures of the interior in this video. They'll be in the next video that goes up Sunday. So if you guys want to see the interior, you can before the end, you can download the house and look at it, I guess. So yeah, and I wanted to do like a little wraparound porch. It's not really a wraparound porch because it doesn't go around the entire house, and it doesn't go around like the sides completely, but it's a pretty good sized porch. And then there's an upper deck, but you can't actually access it, so I just didn't really put anything out there, so it's not too decorated. It's just got a bunch of cobwebs and stuff on the upper deck, because in the picture I found there was like an upper deck thing, so I wanted to keep that because I thought it looked pretty cool. And then I tried to do something with that, like where the fence would like go into the roof, but it just didn't, so I just had to do that, and it kind of looks weird to me, but it's fine as it is. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, so I guess that's cool. And I put a gargoyle on the roof because I never actually used gargoyles. I don't know if I used gargoyle in my first build I did for this town. I don't even remember the name of it, honestly, that build. Oh, I'm a terrible person. But yeah, so here I am adding those little roof decorations because I like them and I never use them. I used them in the other one that I did that I can't remember the name of. But yeah, I never actually used them, so I wanted to use them for this build because in the picture they had some, so I figured, why not? I never use them, so I'll use them, and I did. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, so what am I doing now? I think I'm just trying to figure out the exterior wallpapers and everything. Yeah, because I didn't actually go with, I don't think I went with the wallpaper that was in the picture. I think I just did whatever I thought looked nice. So yeah, because I think in the picture it was all just white, the entire house was, and I didn't like that for this town because it's kind of a dark world here. So I wanted to use like something that looked a little broken down and dingy looking, so that's what I decided to do here. Yeah, I'm just going through different wallpapers and not liking anything at all, so that's always great. And then I didn't like that one because it looked too Victorian to me, and this wasn't a Victorian house really, so yeah, that brick wallpaper I do keep because I really liked it. And then I changed the woodwork there, the wooden pattern, maybe wallpaper. I don't know. I changed it. So yeah, the top floor is a little weird there on the side. I do actually keep it like that, where it's just a brick wall like in the front part there, and then I just add a little column to separate it. I think I already added the column, I don't actually know. And then those little dormers there are brick as well whenever I change it up. Yeah, I was just gonna go with the wood pattern, but it just really didn't like the way it looked, so I do change it. I don't remember what I changed it to, honestly, but I know I changed it. And then here I'm just trying to figure out, I'm adding like a little floor level to the top floor so that that little, what is that called? I don't know. That little, I don't actually know what it's called, but you see it right there? Yeah, it goes all the way around the house now. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. And actually, I don't think it goes all the way around the house because I don't think it goes in the front and the side, but I just really wanted it to wrap around the side over there so it doesn't just go halfway through. And I was going to make it like Halloween colors, so that's why I was trying out these oranges and purples and everything, because that's what I wanted to do, but it didn't look right to me, and I'm not really into whimsical type builds, so I just scratched that idea and tried to find something that I thought looked good with the build and the town. So that's what I did. It might still be a little bit orange. I think it might be kind of brown. Honestly, I don't remember. So that's always good. It might be that, actually. That yeah, I think it's a version of that. Actually, yeah. Oh, I don't remember. Yeah, that's the one I go with. That one. Yep. I'm sorry. I don't know where my brain is. I just woke up, so. Yeah, I go with that. Like, it's like a whitish gray color, I guess. Maybe a little bit tan, beige. I don't know, but the texture of it looks like it's old and worn. So that's what I decided to go with. It's like this, just a siding, I guess. I don't know what I was trying to say. I think I was gonna say shingles, but I really do wish they had shingles, like shingled siding, in this game. But they don't. They do in The Sims 3, so. I guess I'll just have to get my shingle fixed there, but it's fine. And yeah, here I'm just trying to figure out the fence. Everything I'd find was too tall and I didn't like it, so yeah, I go through fences quite a lot. It's basically the window scenario all over again, and I do think I ended up going with these two fences here. Yeah, I go with the brick fence in the corners, and then a barred fence for the rest of it. And here I'm just trying to figure out the different fences, and I didn't like any of them, and it made me angry because I didn't like the colors, they didn't match, and then I didn't like the textures, they were ugly, and then I just didn't like anything that I was seeing. So and then because I didn't want it too high because I wanted you to still be able to see the house, and then I was like, you know what, it's a barred fence anyway, so I'm just gonna use a tall fence, I don't care. So that's what I ended up doing. And yeah, that's the barred fence I ended up going with, and then that is the brick fence that I went with, because they were about the same height, I guess, probably. Well, the barred fence is a little bit taller, but it's fine. And then I'm about to start on the landscaping, which is always the fun part. So I'm just putting these little scorched trees, I guess. I don't know, they're like dead. And then I wanted to fit in that really big tree, but it just didn't go with what I was doing, so I just scratched that idea and just put in the smaller ones. And I really like the way the landscaping turned out. It took a while to do, so I'm glad it turned out well. But yeah, I did decorate the house for Halloween, so if you guys aren't into that, then you can just delete the pumpkins and stuff that I added. I think I put some of the carved pumpkins in there, and then I do change the color of these tombstones because whenever I went back to work on the build, because I think I spent 2 hours working on the exterior and everything in the first part, and then I went back in to do the landscaping and decorating and everything, and then I worked on it for just a little bit, and then I just got bored with it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot finish this is just too much. And then so whenever I went back in, I changed the color of the tombstones because I thought they were too bright, so they do change colors. And then I do decorate the front porch. I just added a couple of benches, I believe. It's not too grand. So I never know what to add to a porch. I mean, really all you can add is like benches, and I do add a workbench to it, and then I wanted to add this growth to the outside. So yeah, I do that, but I didn't know if I should like wrap it around to the front of the house, because it just didn't seem like it would grow over the porch and everything, so I didn't do that. So I just put it on the back and the sides, the parts that are like have ground underneath them, if that makes sense. So that's what I did with those, and it takes a while to do those, and it nearly killed me, honestly. So that was fun. And then yeah, I'm just adding in random stuff, like none of it makes sense, honestly. So that was fun. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to talk about right there. It's great. And then now I'm adding in the plants and everything, because I like adding in plants. That's probably my favorite part of landscaping, is just adding the plants and then terrain paint. So, okay, there's a bug flying around, I'm sorry. But, yeah, just adding in these little plants. I believe most of the plants came with, what's it called? Vampires? Probably. Yeah, I believe that's where most of the plants came from. And then some of them are base game. And I think I might have used one from Granite Falls. I'm not actually sure. I think I was going to, but I changed my mind. And I hope the mailbox is accessible. It may not be. So if it's not, you'll probably have to scoot it over a little bit. But it should be accessible. I do know that in one of the bedrooms upstairs on the second floor, it's a girl's bedroom. Well, I made it for a girl, Sam, and mine. It's purple. And I do know that the bed is not accessible unless you move the little drawing table. So yeah, I put 2 kids' rooms upstairs. One's for toddlers, and then one's for a child sim. And then upstairs, the very top floor is... I'm sorry, I'm yawning. I'm sorry, I just woke up. Okay. Yeah, now I'm just adding scratches, and I tried to figure out a color of the scratches that... What was I talking about? The color of the scratches that didn't blend in with the wall so you could actually see them. So that's what I did there. And then over there in that corner I was just working on, that's where I put the workbench, the woodworking table thing. So yeah, it's great. And then yeah, added in porch lights, because you need porch lights always. And then yeah, I put that like a little memorial thing there. I think I put a little skull next to it. And then now I'm just going into the debug menu to try. Okay, I'm sorry. My words aren't working. So yeah, I went to the debug menu to find some pumpkins and stuff, and I put some on the fence, even though I hope Sims still be able to throw them away. If not, I think you can drag them and put them somewhere else. I hope so. So yeah, and then I put these little decorations there, you know, as like rocks on the pathway, and it looked really cool. And I like the pattern floor that I used for this one, because it's like cracked and everything, and I thought it went perfectly with this build, and it made me very happy. So that's what I decided to do. And then I just went into spooky stuff and vampire stuff, and try to fill in the gaps with random stuff. So that's always fun. And then yeah, I always get confused whenever I'm trying to do the hide menu, because I always forget to cheat for it, and then I end up having to look it up and everything. So yeah, but whenever I was building this, I was listening to my playlist I have on Spotify, and yeah, it just wasn't getting me in the mood for a creepy build, so I just decided to listen to a playlist that was like Halloween themed. It had like Halloween songs and theme songs and everything, like theme songs to Halloween movies and stuff. And so that's what I was listening to while I was building this house, and it made me very happy until it just started playing music, and I was like, you know what, no, I'm going back to my own playlist. So that's what I did. And then okay, there's 2 rugs in this that I really want to use for a build, and it is that round rug and that really big 3 squared rug thing that came with, I believe it came with toddler stuff or parenthood. I don't actually know, but I want to use them so bad, and I try to use them in every single one of my builds, but they're just too big. They're too big, and I can't. I never build a house or a room or anything big enough to contain them, so I don't actually get to use them, and it upsets me, because I really want to use them because they look really cool, and I can't use them. And I wish you could resize things so that they're smaller, but you can't. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully they'll add that to the game later, but I don't know how hard that would be. But I really want it, and I don't have it, and it makes me sad. So yeah, I think now I'm just moving on to the interior wallpaper. So yeah, I wanted to use the vampire walls, and then I decided, maybe I'll just use the city living wallpaper because it's like old and stained and gross looking. But I didn't like the way it looked, so I went back to the vampire wallpaper. So that's what I decided to use for the walls, and each of the houses are just the same wallpaper in different colors. Actually, I think it's one of those 3 wallpapers that came with vampires, and I just changed. I'm sorry if you can hear a dog barking, but yeah. So that's what I'm doing. The kitchen is very red, and actually the kitchen's probably my favorite room, honestly. So yeah, now I'm just adding in the floor. That one, is that what I'm doing? Yes. I don't know where my brain went there, but yeah, now I'm just adding in the floor patterns, textures, I don't know, but yeah. And I was going to use that, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I think that I just used, I don't know if I used a base game floor or that floor or the Halloween floor. I guess I used that floor maybe. I don't actually remember. But I do know I use pretty much the same floor throughout the entire house because that's usually what I do, except for the bathrooms. And then because I don't like any of the carpet that comes with the floor, the game. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, so I just don't like it. Here I am going back in, changing the colors of the tombstones. I used 2 different colors for the tombstones because I thought it'd look better if I did that. And then now I'm just typing in the ignore gameplay cheats so that I can add this little rose thing to some of the tombstones. And I add flower to all the tombstones because, it's like maybe the family members died or something. And, well, that's sad to think about. But, it is what it is. I did actually forget to add lights to the exterior to light it up a little bit more. But it's fine. It should have enough light. I mean, Sims, well, I guess if your Sims are vampires, they will be outside during the nighttime. So I probably should have added some, what was I talking about? Some lights, but I did not. So yeah, now I'm just going in and filling in the rest of the landscaping. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this part for you guys now. Stay tuned to the end of the video for some screenshots. I'm sorry if you can hear stomping or anything, but so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you would like to see me continue the series. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!